Jackson and Cheyenne are our two grizzly bears here at the Akron Zoo. They are probably my favorite animals here at the zoo. I had never worked with bears before working at the Akron Zoo, and they have kind of just stolen my heart because they're so charismatic. Jackson and Cheyenne are approximately 11 years old. They're going to be 12, and we kind of estimate February. And we estimate their birth date because Jackson and Cheyenne were actually born in Wyoming. Their story is that their mother was what we call a nuisance bear. She was coming into public spaces and kind of getting into people's trash and yards and, just not being safe for herself or for the neighborhoods. And so on the third time, when she was relocated into a safe bear space and then comes back into public space, she brought Jackson and Cheyenne with her that last time. So she unfortunately had to be euthanized because she kind of had gone through all of her chances of being rehabilitated and was making not safe choices for herself and now also for her cubs. Jackson and Cheyenne were also just too young to survive on their own without their mother. When mom, had to be unfortunately euthanized, Jackson and Cheyenne wouldn't have been able to make it without mom. But good thing is, zoos have policies in place where we can accept cubs, and so now Jackson and Cheyenne get to be ambassadors for their species. So instead of Jackson and Cheyenne also ending up the same way as their mom, they are now living out their absolute best bear lives here at the Akron Zoo and getting to show people like you and myself how awesome grizzly bears are, and just kind of helping us learn as a keeper and as zoo staff. We get to learn all about the bears and their behavior, medical things, behavioral things, and do research studies with them. But we also get to do tours with the public and training demonstrations so that, kids and families and just general people who might never see a grizzly bear in the wild get a chance to see a grizzly bear here in a zoo. And I can tell you that Jackson and Cheyenne definitely love living here. They are the sweetest bears, and they have the biggest personalities to match their huge sizes. I like to say that Jackson is kind of not a real bear, Cheyenne's the real bear. Jackson acts more like a human most days. Cheyenne has also this hilarious tendency to sit kind of like a person. They love to dig massive holes out in their habitat, which is fantastic because it keeps their nails trimmed down, and it also is, again, just that's a natural behavior that they're getting to exhibit. They both love the water so much, which again is typical for a grizzly bear in the wild as well. In the water, Jackson loves to play with we just call them like his donut toys, and he likes to put them on his head or he'll put them on his arm, and we kind of call them like his little arm floaties in the pool, and he hilarious, just loves to play with them. He also likes to play with his feet too. So Jackson, like I said, he's a very silly bear. He's just like when little babies first discover that they have feet and they're obsessed with them and like to stare at them and play with them and pull them up in the air and roll around on their back. He does the same thing. He also really likes to find random sticks out on habitat, and he'll just pick the sticks up and start twirling them like they're a baton. Cheyenne is, like I said, more of like a true bear personality. She loves the water too. Cheyenne is also a big fan of like scratching on everything, so she's the one that likes to stick her back up on the edge of the pool and just like scratch really good. So I just want to thank you everyone for your support on this Giving Tuesday. Because of your generous support, we are able to care for Jackson and Cheyenne every single day and buy them whatever kind of food that they want, lots of yummy treats for them all year, and maybe some more donut toys for Jackson. So thank you.